Well, how's it going, everybody? And welcome back to a coffee chat. It has been so long since we've done one of these. If you're new here, all we do is we just chat about like life updates, especially after a trip, because it feels like it's been a long time since we've been in like real time. But also we answer your questions from Instagram, and so we're excited to do this thing. Let's go. First off, what are we drinking? Coffee.
Remember that one coffee chat where I wasn't drinking coffee?
Yeah, it was just tea. I was like, Anyway, but we're drinking out of our new mugs we got.
We did. So we got one off the Wish. I love this one. But it's got Mickey on there and Captain Minnie, because Minnie is the captain of the Wish.
And Captain Mickey.
Okay, yes, Captain Mickey. But I love the handle on here. When I saw it, I was like, this is the one. Because we had to find, you know, a good, just classic cruise mug. And I love this one.
It's nice. It's kind of Christmassy, too. You know what I mean? Like,
with
gives
the
me
gold
Christmas
and the
vibes,
red.
you know? We also got the Beach Club mug as well.
Yep.
And then on the back right here, it just has that too. So
I love that one, but it has to be washed by hand.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about it.
But what I like about this is because I don't like super big mugs. I like them when they're about this size because the coffee gets cold. And so this size, I can actually finish it before it gets cold because I do not like warming up my coffee in the microwave.
Right.
I'll dump it and get new. We also have our entire backup thermos pot here because it's just one of those days.
The second one we've for today too.
By the way, we get a lot of like questions about like our coffee, like what our coffee pot is because we love this coffee pot. We'll link it below for you if you have any questions on that. However, we think it makes the best coffee.
It stays hot in that all day.
It stays hot in that, but
so
also
nice.
it grinds. This chair is so squeaky.
I know.
I feel like we talk about how we need to like WD-40 every single day and we never do it.
I think we bought some too.
We should just do it. Anyway, it grinds the coffee fresh for you every morning too, which is... Anyway, so before we get to your questions, wow.
Yeah, a little update.
It's been like a month. I'm looking at the calendar. It's been like a month and a half since we've like been like real time. Like we did like a Costco haul and stuff.
Right. And then we have a vlog that's already out just to see just like what we've been up to.
Yeah.
If you want to check that out, just what's life like. We did yard work. We went to Shields. It was pretty crazy.
Grand opening of Shields. That was great. But yeah, we got back. We did like we filmed like a Disney Wish kind of thing, Q&A kind of thing, and
like our recap of it.
Yeah, so we'll link all those videos below. But as far as like sitting down and actually
Talking
just
to
like
you guys.
chatting, it's been a minute.
It has.
So anyway, how's it going?
I don't know. How are you doing?
Doing all right.
It's been busy. And I think it's easy for everybody to be like, oh, it's a busy time. Oh, it's a busy season. And we've got young kids and we're both working in life. But it's been like, sometimes we just sit back and we're like, man, like, there's a lot going on.
Well, I'm getting to the point where instead of saying like it's been busy, it's just like it's been life. Like I don't know, like I realize our life is just busy, and I think we have to just like understand that that's what it is in the season, and rather than be like, oh, it's so busy, it's more like, yeah, we've just been doing life,
right?
Because it's just what it is. This is our life.
This is our life.
Yeah, it's like
I know, that's what I'm wondering. It's like, well, when things kind of slow down, it's like, but then this starts, you know, and spring's in the air. Landon's starting spring football, so now it's gonna.
I thought you were gonna say Landon has a crush because spring's in the air, because that's happening too, man. Everyone's everyone's liking somebody. If you don't know, I work in youth ministry. I'm a youth pastor, and let me just tell you, it's happening.
Kid stuff.
Spring's in the air every year.
Okay, well, our kids are a little young for that.
No, they were talking. We're watching a show, like a movie, and like Tucker's like, "Do you have a crush on her?" I'm like, "What? What did he say to me?" You guys are talking about that.
They
stuff?
like making fun of each other with it.
That's what it is. Yeah, that season.
That time, but so it's gonna get even, you know, more with football going on and stuff.
Yeah.
But
we haven't really shared, actually. I don't know if you want to share, but Lacey's actually been teaching this year.
We haven't shared that.
And I think it was because it was supposed to be like a short term kind of a thing. It started to be a sub. Then it was just kind of like, oh, we'll see. And then it ended up, you just did the entire year.
Yeah.
And we haven't shared that on our vlog because we're like, well, we don't know how long this is going to be.
Yeah.
It ended up being the entire school year.
Yep.
So Lacey actually
was full-time teaching
while being a content creator at the same time.
Yeah. So since October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like we said,
so
it's been life. There's been a lot of life.
That's the part of life that's been pretty crazy. Like,
it has.
Yeah, it was not in the plan. And we weren't even talking about sharing this today, but I'm like, we talked about like, when should we share it?
It's coming to it.
So now it's the time.
You know what I mean?
I guess.
So it's time to share.
Yeah. So at first I was like, I'm just gonna be a sub. The boys are in a new school. I'd love to be involved somehow. And just keep my, foot in the education world because I, stepped away from teaching for a bit when we had Junie. And then
nice nails, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah. My purple nails.
I was actually just sorry. I'm like squirrel today. I was looking at my nails. I'm like, gosh, I need to cut my nails.
Yeah.
Like I feel like this. Why do your nails grow like so much in the spring?
I don't know.
Is that a thing, or is it just maybe whatever?
I don't know.
It's been too busy to clip my fingernails, guys. Sorry, go ahead.
Anyways, back to the story. But the school ended up actually...
Not everyone's going to be looking at my fingernails whenever I do it. I'm going to be all self-conscious. I'm sorry.
I don't think anybody really cares about their nails. They want to hear my story.
But they're so... Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
Thank you. Anyways, so they needed a teacher. And so they asked, hey, like they saw, I had my degree and whatnot. Would you actually be interested in teaching rather than just being a sub? And I was like, yeah, no, like I'm working from home with our business, and with Junie, it just wasn't going to work. And they're like, well, could you do possibly like part-time? I was like, yeah, I could probably do that. Went in for an interview, went really well.
Like Lacey comes home, she's like, why did the interview go so well?
It went so well. Yeah. So anyways, and then they're like, actually, we really need full-time, not part-time. But the boys have school off on Monday, so like you'd still have Mondays off. It's 4 days a week. And then I said yes. And here we are today, April, and I've been teaching full-time. And it's kindergarten, by the way, which I've done before. Mm-hmm. So that's been part of why it's been very busy. Because
nothing's stopped. You know what I mean? Like nothing. We didn't. It's not like we said no to this. To yes, we just said yes, but there was no anywhere else. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like our video and graphic design business kept on going, mm-hmm. and it grew.
Yeah. In
the meantime of that, our YouTube channel has been growing. Mm-hmm. And by the way, if you're new here, thank you so much. We really appreciate you guys being here.
Yes.
And we hit 10,000 subscribers. Actually, we just hit 11,000 as of this morning. Mm-hmm. Subscribers. So thank you all for being here. We really appreciate it. Anyway, so that's been growing.
Yeah.
And so it's just been, it's mm-hmm. been crazy. The kids have been growing. Walter's been growing.
Yeah.
The grass has been growing.
Right. And Junie is like hitting that, toddler stage. So she's into everything, finding everything.
She's full on sprinting.
She is.
Everywhere.
Getting into everything. So that's been fun. It's one of those times where I'm like, I forgot about this stage with the boys, with Landon now being 8 and Tucker 6. I'm funny. Like, they find everything and get into everything.
Well, it's the stage where you start seeing the personality.
Yeah.
And so she's like wrestling with the boys, like full on mm-hmm. jumping on them. But then she's like looking through Lacey's like jewelry. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so she's just like the girl, but then she's like out there with the boys.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
It's so funny. And she's really into Bluey. So anytime Bluey comes on, it is the cutest thing. She's like,
I think we're all into Bluey.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I know. But we got her a little like blue stuffy for Easter, and it's like the cutest thing.
She loves it so much. But it's funny because when they do the theme song, and they're like, Dad, or whatever. She says Dad, but she says Dad to all of them. Yeah. So for Mom, it's Dad. For Bluey, it's Dad. For Bingo, it's Dad.
Dad.
Yeah. Easy. You might get a copyright strike on that song. It's pretty accurate. It's
pretty close.
Anyway, it's just hilarious mm-hmm. to me. But anyway, that's kind of, I guess, it. Mm-hmm. It's crazy that we were in Disney World a month ago, I guess. It feels like
2 months?
Has it been? I don't know. It's probably weird for you guys because you just finished watching all of our videos. Yeah. And it's always weird coming back from a long travel mm-hmm. series because it takes a long time to get through those videos. Right. And for you, it's like, well, you guys, you just got back from vacation. Well, no, not really. We got back.
Right.
What? When did we get back? February?
Yeah,
middle of February. And now we're in April. So
mm-hmm.
crazy.
Right.
So anyway, we're excited. We have our new podcast stuff all set up. Our new area. Mm-hmm. We have we asked. We're doing like these new like topic talks. Mm-hmm. And we already have a really cool topic that's coming up. We should just talk about what the topic is. Sure. So it's actually from our friends Adam Leg from channel Leg Life. He came up with a really cool topic. But a lot of you guys gave us some good ideas. But yeah, Adam came up with one we're going to start with, and the question was, what do you want your kids to say when they're grown? When they're grown about you. Like what are some things that like you would like for them to like say about you when they're older?
That's really good.
I'm like, that's great. And that actually brought some other questions and stuff. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna kind of talk about like just things that we could be doing as parents now, just to make sure that we have a good relationship when they're adults. Yeah. So I think it'll be a fun conversation.
Yeah. And I was gonna say something before. I was like, I hopped in. I was like, and then now it just came to my mind.
Classic Justin.
I know, because you kept talking and then I forgot. It was just if you were new.
I love how you added that in there because you kept on talking.
if you're new here, you can see who the talker is of the family. And anyways,
well, sometimes
what was I gonna say?
sometimes you guys get really offended by that too on the comments because you're like, just let her talk. I'm like, sorry, I'm trying.
Sometimes I don't want to though. Anyways, if you are new to our channel and you just found us through our Walt Disney World trip or our cruise and you didn't see Junie, we do have another daughter.
There's a lot of questions about that.
Are we going to get that to that? Okay.
We have so many DMs,
Just
so
so
many
you know
comments.
Our family.
But the questions you guys gave us, they're a lot of
We'll
them.
talk about that in there.
They're
Okay.
very worried about Junie.
Guess I'll cover it now. We do have a daughter, so we have 3 kids in total.
Well, let's just
Go
say
into it?
one of the questions.
Perfect.
This was the first one I think that asked that question.
Okay.
Where was your baby girl while you were on the Disney Wish? That's a great question.
Okay.
And we'll answer all the other ones.
Well, I just wanted to give you guys an idea of our family and our family unit, because then you also see another person in the vlog if you watched it, and that is my sister. So she also lives
Another
with us.
adult.
Yes. The kids is Auntie, so that is Aunt Cass. But we have 3 kids, Landon, Tucker, and Juniper. Landon's 8, Tucker's 6, and Junie will be 2 in August.
Crazy.
But yes, we did not bring Junie on this trip, and she stayed behind with her Nana and Papa, and she had a very fun time with them, and they were super excited to have her.
A little too much fun.
Right, she took over the place.
To the point when we got back, she really was excited to see us, obviously.
Yeah.
But she was also like, I don't want Nana to go.
Yeah.
Like, you know, kind of a thing. So it was really cool to see that. But we've done this for Landon, we've done this for Tucker, and now we did it. And we think it's important for them to spend time with Nana and Papa when we're gone. And they love it, and honestly, they really like it. Like, it's like this special time that they get to have, and they get to look back on, like, oh man, when you were a baby, we got to like watch you when you guys went on this vacation.
Right, and we took Junie on our last Disney cruise that we went previous, so we've done trips with her, but we just felt she was at the age, like, with just being everywhere, that in the parks and the cruise too, because we've done them with our kids at that age. And it works, but we just really wanted to spend some time with the boys. They were just at an age, just,
where they can do all the rides.
They can do all the big rides, and somebody would have to stay behind. And, you know, they're in school, and we don't get to spend as much time with them. And we're like, let's really focus this time on them. And it was so special. Looking back on it, I do not regret it at all. And I think it was really cool for them to have more one-on-one attention. And again, just being able to, you know, go on all the rides with them, and they were just at such a fun age too to do this. And also, like, a lot of the trip would revolve around her nap time and things like that, and the boys, you know, I'd have to go along with it, where they're at the age where they're just, you know, they were ready to go more. So yeah. And
also, it probably seemed like it was a long time for you guys, because we went on the trip, and then it was like these vlogs are coming out for the last month, but it was only like 10 days. You know what I mean? And so it maybe seemed longer because a lot of you were very worried about that. But it was, like Lacey said, it was what we needed for our family at that moment, and to really spend time with our boys. And it was awesome. But we're all reunited, and all is good in the world. So anyway, but let's go ahead and get some more questions going on here. We'll talk about kids. Biggest adjustment going from 2 kids to 3. I feel like we can probably finally actually answer this question better, because when
we have had this before, though. Yeah,
we have had this before, but I think this question is good because as the seasons go, it's different. Is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, for sure.
Because the baby season, it was like, man, for us having a 3rd kid, we kind of have the baby thing. I'm not gonna say down because there's always things, but I feel like we just kind of like, it wasn't the first time baby we're like freaking out, not knowing what to do, worried about everything. It's our 3rd baby. We're like, okay, you know, we know what's going on. We know what things are. But now, as she's able to run around and sprint around the house and literally jump and wrestle the boys, it's insane. Yeah. In a good way, but it's always busy.
Our household is always
something going on. There's no dull moment. When they go to bed, we have like our hour to like relax.
I think it's been a very big adjustment, and a lot of my friends that I've talked to that have gone from 2 to 3 have said that too. I know everybody's different. I know, like, the first one, it's a big thing, but I don't know. I just feel like with 2, it was just a little bit more like manageable with things. With 3, I feel like we are like it's a party a little bit more, if that makes sense. Like when we go to things, like I'm really thinking through like, okay, how are we going to fit going to Costco? Like we can't, you know what I mean? With everybody, with groceries, with people, it's just like, it's a lot more, but at the same time, like I love it. And I feel like we're just like, I feel like whole with, because we've talked about we're done having kids, and I just feel like after Junie,
we're done having kids.
Yes,
that's gonna be a hot topic.
I know. I just felt like, okay, they say and I was like, I know, we're done. And you already, I mean, you felt that as well.
There's never a dull moment, and especially having a dog, like there literally is not a dull moment. So it's not life is not boring.
No.
At all.
And we got a puppy.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you guys know, if you've gotten a puppy
another question.
before.
Here we go. How's Walter? Walter's doing great.
Because it's like a whole nother child you're training. A whole nother child.
So
the other day I told my friend Sarah, I was like, what were we thinking, Sarah? Because I was talking to her about training Walter and going back to teaching. I'm like, I don't know what we're thinking. It's
we kind of go all in. We just go all in on things. This is who we are. And just, we just take it. We're like, all right, well, we'll figure it out.
Let's do it.
But Walter's doing great. We have to get things repaired in our backyard. So that's great.
Yeah, you'll see that in the vlog.
He chewed up some siding and, puppies do. But we're finally figuring him out. He's getting trained. He hasn't pooped or peed in the house at all. He's totally trained.
Dog.
Very smart.
Very smart.
He knows his commands. He's starting to know, like, when we say go lay down, where he goes to his bed. Like, he's getting all that stuff.
The poor guy doesn't know, how big he is.
His walks, he's starting to walk now.
He is, yeah. Cassidy's been taking him. It's been
takes
awesome.
him for walks all the time, and he's starting to learn. He knows how to get on a leash now, which is great.
Right.
And then he also, when around other dogs, he acts like normal rather than just like, because before he was just like didn't know what to do.
Rather than what?
And what?
Rather than what was he doing?
But also, he escapes sometimes. Like if I leave the gate open, like he'll run out. But now he comes back. If I will call his name, he comes right back. And that took a while. Because with the kids and stuff, he's gonna get out. It's just what it is. But he's starting to come back. So
yeah,
if we could just the whole jump, he still jumps up.
Yeah, that's
so
the
working on that. But he's really good around Junie.
I was going to say, I'm impressed how careful he is around her. The only thing that is disgusting, and you guys know if you have dogs, is he's right at her level with his nose and his tongue. So she will like go up to him and he'll like try to lick her. I'm like, no, like right in the face. And
he's really gentle with her though.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Yeah. Okay, I love this question so much. It says, Spuds, what's your favorite kind of tater? Fries, hash, baked, julienne, LOL. I love that because we're Idaho people. We like our potatoes. I love French fries, but I would have to say tater tots is my
tater tots is your go-to.
Yeah, like if I go to Sonic.
Tots?
Well, here's the thing. It depends where. Because if I go to Sonic, I'm gonna get tater tots. But like most places, I'm gonna get surprise.
I don't know why you like Sonic so much.
I actually don't. I just like their tater tots because they've got fry sauce.
You like their tots and you like their corn dogs.
Yeah. Pretty
anyway.
good. I like their tater tots the most, though.
It's just funny because Landon after church on Sunday, he's like, Dad, I really want to go home with Mom today. I'm like, okay, because we with church we have to tear down. We're a mobile church right now because we're building,
so we have to drive separate.
And so I'm like, oh, you can go home. And I was like, is there? And I asked why you want to go home with Mom. He's like, because she's going to Sonic. I'm like, oh. Because you guys go to Sonic every Sunday, and
you fail
to ask me if I want anything.
Because it's gonna be like bad by the time you get home, because you get home a lot later.
Try me. Anyway,
how do you like your potatoes?
Well, I love French fries. I'd rather have French fries than I would tots.
You love mashed potatoes, though.
But I was gonna say, you took that away from me.
Sorry.
I love mashed potatoes.
Okay. Still your thunder.
But I like my mom's mashed potatoes. I like any mashed potatoes. But my mom's mashed potatoes are hands down.
Phenomenal.
I think we have a video of us making them. Don't
we do. It might just be like just strictly on how to make
those
great mashed potatoes or something.
Yeah, if we have the video, I'll link it below. But they are fantastic.
Real good.
Yeah. How do you guys divide up your video editing? Who is responsible for what?
So, most of the time.
Well, yeah. I mean, everything's been a little bit different since you've been...
Well, I'm going to share just kind of what we did with our Disney. Like our layout there. Okay. So what we do, Justin would dump all the footage, which would be from 4 different things sometimes. So it'd be like our what was the thing we used? The gimbal.
The gimbal?
No, what was it called that we used?
What are you referring to?
The camera we used in Disney World.
The Osmo.
The Osmo.
Pocket 3.
Okay. And
it
then
had a gimbal on it, so yeah, that's good.
And then he'd offload the footage from his phone. Then we had to offload footage from my phone. And then I have my little white camera. What is that? Canon something?
It's a Sony.
Sony. Okay. So anyway, so we get all the footage on there, which that's the part that's like I'm in charge of putting it in order, because sometimes Final Cut does it for you well, sometimes it is not. So after that, then I go through and I watch it all and I edit it, and then any B-roll I drop the sound, and I go through all of that. And I put some things in order, like with B-roll that fit in different spots.
She drops the sound, so I know it's B-roll.
B-roll, exactly. Mm-hmm. And then...
and sometimes I lift up the sound in B-roll, depending if we want sound for that kind of B-roll. However, but she drops it, so I know it's not like I need to... Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm adding the
I
details.
can tell you.
I'm a very detailed person when it comes to this stuff.
And this is probably already too much detail than what, I don't know. I mean, they asked our editing process, so hopefully this answers it.
I can talk about this all day long.
Then I start over and I go back to the beginning and I add in music. And I love doing the music, and I put in...
She's very good at finding the music.
Find music for all the sections that we need. And honestly, with some of our vlogs, you guys, there were probably, I don't know if you noticed, maybe 12 to 15 songs in some of them.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, oh, this is great. And Justin's like, no, but I want another one for this sequence, another one. So we do a lot of songs.
I look at songs as like a scene change in a way. Like when you're telling a story or a movie, think about a movie. How many songs are in like movies? And I can't have the same song repeating over and over and over again unless I feel like the scene is the same.
Right.
If it's the same kind of thing, fine. But if it's different, I need a new song.
Right. So I'm on...
You're on song and organizing duty.
Yep.
And you edit.
And edit.
She does the we call the first cut edit.
Yeah.
Like what are we gonna say? Because you're laughing. It's probably about me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm just saying that part is not easy, because there's a lot of sequences where he will just talk for days and I have to really slim it down.
One day we should just do like an uncut
Justin
just
video.
Uncut vlog, and there's no edits in it.
Oh my goodness.
You guys would be like, oh my gosh, dude.
Oh my goodness.
It's not that
but
bad,
I thoroughly enjoy it. I love it. I love that part of it. And I'm learning more with the B-roll. I'll watch him. I'm like, hey, how do you do this? And then I'll do it. And he's like, no. And then he'll watch me and then kind of help trim it down. He does most 99.9% of it. But I'm getting better at it, I'd say. But I just love how watching you do it with the music. I'm not as good with the timing on some of that. So yeah, that's our process, and then after that, you'll do an overview and kind of skim down more.
Basically, she does like the rough, right? The rough cut, and so I'll do a second run of editing, or if there's something that just didn't need to be added to the story. Yeah. Like if it's just kind of like, because
we to go through. We're like, okay, are we telling the story right? Like, do you guys understand what we're doing, where we're going?
Whole other conversation. Yeah, but like every vlog we do, we really try to tell a story. We try to have a narrative. We try to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. We try to have a conflict in the story, something like that, and we don't make it up. It's just like, as we build out the vlog. Is
Justin gonna ever find
I don't know why I have my pencil. I'm like starting to think about. Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like, I don't know. We just try to highlight to make it interesting. That way, I guess the end of the day is we want you guys to feel like you're part of us. Yeah. We want you to feel like you are there with us.
We're taking you along with us. So it's not like we said, try to make it a story. It's not like we're making things up. This is what we're doing. But we want you guys to be engaged.
Yeah. And so there's some things we just take away because it's just like, who cares? Yeah. Like no one.
And there's some things we just say for ourselves.
Yeah.
We're like, because there's one thing that happened that was really cool on our trip, and Justin filmed it, and I was like, no, like that was special. Let's just save that for us. You know what I mean? So we go through and talk about that too.
But I usually first look at the video and just what's the overall like the overall theme, the vibe, if you will, like do a little vibe check. Yeah. And that's when I start building out like how I want this to look, and so that's when I start using. The different, like you guys saw, like with all of like just how we did it. We used a lot of titles and a lot of like burn effect kind of stuff, and that was the style of this entire series, and that changes depending on each travel video we do. Is I just have like I don't know if some people ask me this all the time, like how does it come to you? I don't know. I sit down, I watch it, and then it just comes. And just you kind of get the vibe. I don't know. It's just a vibe check thing, and you're just creating. You're creating something. Right. So there's that. We go through that, and then the final thing we do is we sit down, usually as a family, and we watch the entire thing, and then I'm there with my notepad and my mechanical pencil, and I'm making notes on the timestamps of what we need to fix.
Yep.
Or something that doesn't need to be in there that we need to take out. Yep. And then we upload it, tag it, and all that stuff.
Yep.
One thing I want to talk to you guys about, speaking about like lists and stuff, some of you know something about me, maybe this is new to you, but like I have been on this journey to find the best notepad for to-do list. Because it has to check all the boxes. Like it has to be something that I can just like, I can mess up on and I don't care. Right. You know what I mean? Because I feel like it's a commitment when I get a new like journal or to-do list. I'm scared to write into it because I'm like, I'm going to mess up. And then I don't. It just sits there. Brand new journal. I have so many brand new journals.
So many like day planners too.
They just sit there because I'm scared of messing up. So then I'm like, okay, well I'm going to get a pencil so I can erase. So that helped that. By the way, I'll link this below because it's the best pencil you'll ever have in your life. I promise you. If you do like mechanical pencils, you'll like this.
Well, it's so skinny, and I like
There's different sizes.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, this is the one.
Yeah.
And then also though, I've realized how much I love just a yellow pad.
Yeah. But it has to be that size.
It has to be this size. It's a smaller size. It's not like the big ones.
Not too small.
They're super cheap on Amazon. And if you mess up, you just like boom. You know? Like the cartoons.
Yeah.
And they're having the ideas. I love that.
Yeah.
I love just crumpling up and throwing it away when it's a bad idea.
So what you're saying is we're done buying different things to test out. You're good. You're set.
I've had this for the last like a quarter and I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
It's gonna save us a lot of money.
Yeah. And so I've already gone through like 3 of them. So I feel like I can brain dump, think of things, and especially when we're talking about the editing, like the vibe check, I will just write down ideas that I have while watching the video of how it could look. And just having scratch paper all the time on me, and it's easy to put in my backpack. It's great. Anyway, it was not a question, but I was very excited to talk about it. I even told Lacey, I'm like, I really want to talk to everyone about, like, update them about my to-do list.
You got that in really at a good point. Yeah, it worked well.
Next Disneyland trip. Woo!
We've been talking about this. I'm like, I cannot wait to go to Disney.
Our one rule in life. Okay, there's multiple rules in life, but this is one rule. Always have a Disney trip in the bus. It's so dumb, but it's kind of true, actually.
It is.
Should we talk about it?
I mean, we're talking about it.
We're talking about it.
Because we haven't seen the new Toontown.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just probably a lot going on
also,
there, like, we need to see.
I mean,
Disneyland.
What is it called again? Princess and the Frog ride?
The new Tiana's Bayou.
Yeah. Opening soon.
Is it? What is it now? I forgot. Tiana's Bayou Adventure, I think, yeah. We're talking about it. It's in the planning stages. We'll share more when we know.
We'll share more when we know, but it's in the plans for sure. Any fun summer plans? Yeah. We have a couple. We're going to a concert. That's going to be fun. So we're going to go to 21 Pilots. We like 21 Pilots. Yeah. So just Lacey and I are going to go.
They're going to be in Utah.
Yeah. Yeah. And so we'll just go for a long weekend. That'll be fun.
We're going to do our annual celebratory staycation. That's always fun when school gets out to celebrate. And also, I will be in part of that celebration because I will be done teaching as well. So the boys are talking about that. They love doing it. We usually find a cool hotel around town that has a cool pool, get some ice cream,
and we do it right after
fun.
School's out of session.
Yep.
So
their boys are already been talking about that. It's exciting.
I think that's honestly it. We're kind of planning some stuff for like the end of like the summer. We're usually pretty busy in the summers with like for church stuff, and so a lot of times in the summers we're like kind of like long weekends kind of stuff. But we usually let's move on to we'll talk more about it in upcoming chats and stuff as we kind of plan some more things. But there's another question I want to get to. Out of all your Disneyland trips, which time of year of season is your favorite time to go? Okay, so we'll talk about Disneyland. Let's also then talk about like our other trips.
Okay.
Because we don't actually do a lot of long travel in the summer.
No.
And we're talking about summer as in like June, July, August. Okay, those are those months we really try to just do weekends, staycations, things like that, short things. But our longer stuff, we're doing it more January, February. And then we're also doing it like September, October, November kind of time frames.
I would say specifically to Disneyland, we usually almost don't go like in the summer at all. It's usually that's usually busy season there, and we really like going. Either we've done before like spring break, or times where it's a little bit slower. If we can work around the boys' school. That's why I said spring break. We did it before when I was teaching. But then also we did a trip in the fall one time, and we loved it. And it was a slower season, and the weather's still, really beautiful and warm in California, so you can enjoy the pools.
And honestly, the better deals you get for Disneyland is going to be in September.
Yeah.
Because everyone's back in school, and then it's not, Halloween's not there yet, and so it's like this like really awesome time, and it's starting to get kind of cool here, but it's nice in California.
Yeah. And
that's the thing. In the summers in Idaho is beautiful, and we like to just be here. There's so much to do here with sports and whatever, but when it gets cold here, that's when we travel.
Right.
For sure. So, anyway. Yeah, great question.
Somebody says, why cruise before park on a Florida vacation? We're actually going to answer that in a whole video.
Yeah.
Because we've gotten that question a lot. And we've got a lot to share into that. But just to know that's coming. We are going to talk about that very soon.
Another question, how did you guys get into vlogging? What made you start your YouTube channel? Man, like we were talking about this after we hit, even today, 11,000. But really when we hit 10,000 subscribers, we're like, man, it's crazy if we didn't start picking up our camera, this is like a huge part of our life, and it's just crazy to think of. We started a business from it. Everything it has totally changed.
Yeah.
Anyway, but we started because we were about to go on a Disney cruise. And we wanted to do a Disney cruise tips and tricks. We were watching a bunch of Disney cruise tips and tricks, and we're like, man, like we could do this, We've already done things like this before. We just never really saved our content.
Yeah.
We've always filmed our vacations.
Yeah.
We never used it. We just filmed it.
Where are those clips?
We did it.
Right.
And a lot of it was going back to, we both grew up watching our home videos with when we went to Disneyland and stuff with our parents, and how fun that is to have those home video nights.
Yeah.
And so like nowadays, there's no such thing as home videos. They're all just like moments. You pick up your phone, capture something, and it just stores in your phone, your photo library for days. So we're like, we want to make sure that we're being intentional about making family videos, and so we're like, let's just start like actually capturing these.
Yeah.
When we're out and about. Anyway, but that's kind of how we started. It was all off that Disney cruise tips and trick video.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll never look back.
I know. And we've talked about how much more we have enjoyed our vacations, adding, vlogging it, and how much it's been
give
so
it shelf
cool
life.
to give. Yeah. So.
Speaking of all that, I don't know if you guys, when you watched our vlogs, we had a little banner that pops up saying that we could capture your vacations as well. And what that means is, like, if you just pick up your camera, pick up your phone, pick up whatever, and you capture moments, you capture photos, whatever that is, then you can send the content to us, and we will build a video with music, with titles, with transitions, and that way you have a family video for you to look back on those vacations. We've already done it several times for people, and they're loving it. And so that way you can look back on 2024 Disney vacation or Hawaii vacation or whatever it is. It's awesome.
Yeah, because it's such a cool thing because people, look back on it. And as for us, there are some Saturdays that the boys wake up and like, let's watch our cruise. Let's watch that. They love it. And such a fun time to look back and remember your trip. And when you do that, you'll see, I didn't even remember we did this.
It's crazy how much you forget. That's the thing. You'll realize when you capture your vacations or whatever, you will be like, if we didn't capture this, we would have totally forgot that we did this. Yeah. It baffles me every time. Like, do you remember this? It's just crazy. Yeah. So it's pretty fun.
Well, on a trip, sometimes people, they save a lot to go on them, and you plan it, and then it's over so fast, and so like you said, it gives them more of that shelf life.
And then you're being more intentional to take photos, to take videos, so you can capture it. And then we'll put it all together for you and make it look nice, and then you can share with your family. A little pizza movie night with your family and watch your family video, and it's pretty awesome. Yeah. So, would you guys do a meet and greet at Disneyland one day? Hi from California. Would you guys want to do that? I guess is the question, because I guess that, those of you who are around the California area, like, would you want that? Comment below, let us know if you would want that. If that would be something that you would make the trip out or whatever to do. We're not opposed to it. We'd love to meet you guys. We're just kind of the people who are like, why would you want to meet us?
It I did. I was like, we could downtown Disney, you know, would be a good
Yeah,
spot.
that'd be pretty
somewhere
cool.
in there or something.
Yeah, we can do like a little thingamajig.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know if you're in the Disney area because, like you said, we're planning something.
Mm-hmm.
And
cool.
It would be kind of fun. So okay, so I think we'll kind of end on just a couple. Well, yeah, I love this one. How's life? We miss you guys. We miss you guys too. Another one.
Would you take?
Well, before we do that, I want to say there's a lot of questions asking when our next Disney cruise is.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we'll talk about it when we talk about it, kind of a thing, because we.
When we talk about it.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. You know, we have things in the airs.
Yeah.
But thank you for the questions. I honestly we love those questions because it makes us excited to know that you guys like it when we go do those things.
Yeah.
So this one though was, would you take a Disney cruise without the kiddos? For me,
You would. I would not.
100%.
You talked about that one time because we like to do like
It would be so much cheaper.
a getaway once a year, just us. And you're like, what if we just did a Disney cruise? I'm like, I would feel horrible.
I wouldn't.
I would. It
We
would
did
make
Disneyland.
me so sad.
We did Disneyland by ourselves.
That's different though.
Is it?
Because
Why is it?
okay,
Explain this to me.
okay, here it is.
Okay.
Because when we did that, the boys were really young. Like
No, but you're saying now
infant.
though. Would you do it now?
I don't think I would.
You wouldn't do a Disneyland trip
I don't
now
think so.
without ever again with just us.
No, maybe when they get older, but they're just at that prime fun age where they're like, you went to Disneyland without us?
But even if it's like just a fast,
It would be
fast drop, like you just go.
No, it's not going to be
Like
fast.
we leave right now.
Okay.
Get on an airplane right now.
No.
We go for
because
a day.
here's my thing. There's so many other things I would like to do with you than Disney. So why not do that and save that for the kids?
Okay.
Like New York again. Or do a princess cruise again.
Guys,
we
we're
enjoyed that.
having
Or go to
serious-
Mexico or something, you know.
We are having serious New York withdrawals. Like you have no idea. Every time I see the
That
Statue
is
of
why.
Liberty or I watch a movie at New York in it, I'm just like freaking out.
We love New York. So that's what I'm saying is why not do more, I mean, not that we don't love Disney, but more like things where the kids actually would not
I
like.
get that. I get that.
You
But
know
we
what I'm
also
saying?
like cruising.
That's what I'm saying. Why don't we try other cruise lines more? Like when we did Princess
And it's cool.
or do...
I get it. I
you know
understand.
what I mean?
I get that. But Disney cruise is pretty fun too.
Obviously, they know that.
This is how I look at it. This is how I look at it.
Okay.
What if, the kids they're going to camp. They're going camping with grandparents. Okay, and they're excited to go camping with grandparents because that's gonna happen probably this year. We're not the biggest campers. We do it.
Yeah.
I'm more of a camper than Lacey.
Yeah.
I think that's a whole other story for another day. But I think I burned her from camping when we first got married.
Yeah.
But.
I
But
would just
what
have
if-
some recommendations. What's the word
Like a
I'm looking
hotel?
for? No.
RV?
I would just have some stipulations.
No
if we
tent
do
camping. I think I'm
again.
over tent camping, guys, honestly. But anyway,
Every time we go, our air mattress is
it's the worst.
flat when I
It
wake
really
up,
is.
and my neck and back are killing me. I'm like, this sucks.
This is a whole
It's
nother
miserable.
story.
Anyways,
Like,
okay, so your thing is
I want
if
to
we
camp
do
on.
that,
I
then
want to go to the Oregon coast to camp, actually.
Okay. So are you saying this whole camping story because if they did that, would we go to
Yeah.
Disney?
So what if we just found one out of San Diego again, Disney Wonder out of San Diego,
I would say
and we just do because I've always wanted to do there's the one that you do like San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's an itinerary. Isn't there an itinerary with San Francisco and stuff?
I don't think I'd want to do it without them on Disney.
I think
That's me.
I think a long cruise, no, but I think a short weekend cruise, 100% yes.
I would be like, why don't we just do something cheaper, and try
No,
other cruise
It
lines?
is cheaper with just having us than having 5 kids come with us. You know what I mean?
3, but okay.
I'm just saying though, it would be a lot cheaper. Like you look at the price tag
I'm
and be
not-
like,
okay,
the cruise
but
only
here's the
costs
thing.
this much.
Here's the
Yeah,
thing.
because there's only 2 of us.
I'm not against Disney. Like, that's my favorite cruise line. I would choose it. But I'm just saying, when we have the chance to explore other ones, that would
Yeah.
be my time without the kids.
I understand there'd be moments
So,
where you'd be like, oh
why not?
man. But then there'd also be moments where it'd be like, oh yeah, So we're obviously in disagreement with this.
Mm-hmm.
What should we do, guys? What would your vote be? I don't
Is
know.
this a Team Justin, Team Lacey
Yeah,
question?
yes. Is this Team Justin? If you're not familiar with this, sometimes we'll be like, if we're in disagreement, we do Team Justin, Team Lacey. Actually, a question for you guys though: what are some things that you would want us to do non-Disney? Like, what are some cool trips that you guys have experienced that you really like that you think we would like that are non-Disney stuff? I'm just kind of curious about that. There is a trip that we're planning though, and it's going to be 2025, and we're going to Hawaii. We will announce that.
Yeah.
Not sure which island yet, but we're doing that with my family, with my mom and dad, and my sister, and her husband,
And their kids.
and brother-in-law. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So
Yes, can't wait to go back to Hawaii.
that is one thing we will announce today. Anyway,
All right.
I think that will do. I drink a lot of coffee.
I saw you keep refilling it over my face when I was talking. How many cups did you have?
Over your face? Was I blocking your face?
I think you were.
That's the thumbnail. Just kidding. Anyway,
right.
thank you guys so much for asking these questions.
Yes, they were
Seriously,
good.
I wasn't sure because we put out the questions and like an hour after that
Yeah.
we've had to film. And we just appreciate you guys getting on it and always having content for us.
Yeah.
And another thing is these questions are huge because sometimes we don't answer them here, but they're video ideas. And so we really appreciate you guys engaging with us and it really helps us spit out more content. And if there's any more content you want to see on this channel, let us know below too. Because that really helps us, seriously. Because it actually takes a lot of work, but to think about content. But I have this now, so I can write
Yeah.
all the video ideas down.
Yeah. You're set.
It's nice. All right, guys. This was fun.
Yes, it was. Fun.
we need to do this more
chatting, answer your questions, showing our new mugs.
I need to clip my fingernails. I'm so self-conscious every time I bring this up. I'm like, they're checking out my fingernails.
They probably were thinking that the entire time. I cannot wait to read the comments about your fingernails.
Actually, I got a new fingernail clipper the other day.
Nice.
It's so nice. It's a travel one and it lays flat.
Oh.
We should do another travel, like a Amazon travel or like our favorite travel
Finds right
finds. Yeah. Would you guys want that?
now. We're going to just brainstorm videos with you guys.
I have a
video
hard
ideas.
time with like saying goodbye.
Yeah, I can tell.
See you real soon. All right.
Thank you guys for watching. Make sure and subscribe if you haven't. Ring the bell so you know more of these videos that are coming out. We love you all and have a good day.
Bye.
Cheers.